Starting over in life, especially when it comes to building wealth, might seem like a daunting and overwhelming challenge, but the truth is, the journey of creating wealth isn't just about accumulating money. It's about developing the right mindset, learning from mistakes, and finding ways to leverage resources, even when those resources seem minimal or non-existent. If I had to start from scratch with nothing but ambition and resilience, I would focus on several foundational principles that I believe would guide me toward building wealth from the ground up. First and foremost, I would focus on developing a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through hard work, dedication, and learning. Without this mindset, no amount of resources or opportunities would be enough to achieve true success. A growth mindset helps to overcome the fear of failure and encourages continuous improvement. In fact, failure itself would become a critical part of my learning process. When I started from nothing, every failure would be a lesson on how to adapt and improve. One of the first actions I would take is to focus on acquiring the knowledge necessary to build wealth. Knowledge is an invaluable asset, and the best part is that it is available to everyone, regardless of their financial situation. I would begin by diving into books, podcasts, online courses, and other free or low-cost resources on personal finance, investing, entrepreneurship, and wealth creation. I would make it a point to consume as much information as possible, not only to understand how wealth is created, but also to avoid common pitfalls that others might fall into. The second step would be to start budgeting and managing money wisely, even with no wealth to begin with. Managing what little money I had would be crucial. Creating a budget is a fundamental skill that would allow me to prioritize my spending and save a portion of every dollar I earn. I would follow the 50-30-20 rule: 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings and investments. The discipline to save and invest even a small amount of money consistently over time would be an essential part of my wealth building strategy. At the same time, I would focus on reducing debt as quickly as possible. Debt is a wealth destroyer, and while some forms of debt can be used strategically, such as mortgage debt or business loans, carrying high interest debt like credit card balances or personal loans can erode wealth over time. I would prioritize paying off high interest debts first, using the snowball method to gain momentum and eventually work my way toward financial freedom. However, while saving and paying off debt are essential, they would not be enough on their own to build substantial wealth. I would need to find ways to increase my income. This could involve taking on side gigs, freelancing, or finding a job in an industry with high earning potential. But rather than just relying on a single stream of income, I would aim to create multiple income streams. Having several income sources not only provides financial security, but also accelerates wealth building. One of the best ways to generate additional income would be to start a side business or invest in a marketable skill. In today's world, there are countless opportunities to start a business with minimal upfront investment. For instance, I could offer services in a field where I have expertise, such as graphic design, content writing, or digital marketing. Alternatively, I could create a product or service that solves a common problem, even if that solution is something simple or niche. The beauty of modern technology is that it provides low-cost platforms for entrepreneurs to sell their products, services, and ideas to a global audience. Additionally, I would consider the power of investing. Even when starting with little or no money, there are still ways to invest that can yield significant returns. The key here is to start early and be consistent. I would first focus on building an emergency fund to cover unexpected expenses. This would provide financial security and allow me to avoid going into debt when life throws curveballs. Once my emergency fund was established, I would begin investing in low-cost diversified index funds or stocks. While there's always risk involved, investing in the stock market has historically been one of the best ways to build wealth over the long term. One thing that would keep me disciplined in my wealth-building journey would be the concept of delayed gratification. In a world full of instant gratification, where everything from food to entertainment is available at the click of a button, it's easy to be tempted to spend money on short-term pleasures. However, in order to build wealth, I would focus on the long-term benefits of saving and investing, even if that meant sacrificing immediate pleasures. I would remind myself that wealth isn't just about making money. It's about making smart decisions that compound over time. Every dollar saved or invested is a dollar that could potentially grow into much more. As I continue to accumulate wealth, I would also focus on building my network. Building relationships with other like-minded individuals is invaluable when it comes to learning, growing, and finding new opportunities. I would connect with mentors who could help guide me, peers who could offer support, and potential partners who could collaborate with me on business ventures. Networking isn't just about gaining wealth, it's about creating a community of people who push each other to be better and who can offer resources, advice, and opportunities that would otherwise be unavailable. Furthermore, I would focus on personal development. The journey to building wealth isn't just about acquiring money. It's about becoming a better version of yourself. I would invest in my health, my mindset, and my emotional intelligence. Building wealth requires mental toughness, resilience, and the ability to overcome obstacles. The more I worked on developing these skills, the more prepared I would be for the inevitable challenges and setbacks that would arise on the path to wealth. Alongside this, I would also make it a point to continuously monitor my progress, regularly evaluating my financial situation, adjusting my goals, and tracking my investments would be necessary to ensure I stayed on the right path. Having a clear vision of where I wanted to go and breaking that vision down into actionable steps would keep me motivated and focused, even during times when things weren't moving as quickly as I hoped. This would involve looking at financial statements, reviewing my budget, and adjusting my strategies if something wasn't working as planned. While building wealth is important, I would also ensure that I kept my ethical compass intact. Wealth should not be built at the expense of others. I would aim to build a business or career that not only benefited me, but also contributed positively to the world around me. In today's economy, people are increasingly looking for businesses that align with their values, whether it's offering a product that improves people's lives, providing value in a meaningful way, or creating jobs and opportunities for others. Wealth building should go hand in hand with positive social impact. Lastly, as I moved further along my wealth building journey, I would give back. Generosity is a key principle of wealth. As I accumulated wealth, I would look for ways to share that wealth with those who are less fortunate, whether it's through charitable donations, supporting local communities, or providing opportunities for others to succeed. I would find joy in seeing others thrive and take pride in the positive impact I could have on the world. In conclusion, if I had to start from nothing, I would approach wealth building as a long-term journey that is grounded in knowledge, discipline, hard work, and ethical practices. It wouldn't be an easy road, and there would be many challenges along the way, but I believe that with the right mindset, strategies, and commitment, building wealth from nothing is entirely possible. It's not just about accumulating money. It's about becoming the kind of person who can handle wealth, who understands how to manage it, and who can use it to create a positive impact on the world. And ultimately, that would be the real measure of success. A growth mindset is the foundation of any successful journey, especially when starting from scratch. It's the belief that abilities, intelligence, and skills are not fixed, but can be developed over time through effort, learning, and persistence. When building wealth from nothing, a growth mindset is essential because it shapes how you approach challenges, failures, and opportunities. It allows you to see setbacks not as personal shortcomings, but as valuable lessons that help you improve and grow. The first step in developing a growth mindset is understanding that challenges are not roadblocks, but rather chances to learn and grow. In the pursuit of wealth, there will be countless obstacles, financial setbacks, business failures, or personal mistakes. With a fixed mindset, these challenges could lead to discouragement, feelings of inadequacy, or giving up entirely. But with a growth mindset, challenges are seen as part of the process. Rather than being discouraged, you embrace them, knowing that overcoming them will make you stronger and more capable. A growth mindset encourages a focus on effort rather than innate talent. People with a fixed mindset may believe that success is solely a result of natural ability, thinking that only some people are born with the capacity to succeed in wealth building. This belief can lead to a lack of effort or a fear of failure, as the person assumes that their abilities are limited. On the other hand, those with a growth mindset recognize that success comes through hard work, consistency, and the willingness to learn from mistakes. They understand that anyone, regardless of their starting point, can develop the skills needed to succeed. Another critical aspect of a growth mindset is the ability to stay motivated despite setbacks. When building wealth from nothing, progress may seem slow, and external circumstances may be discouraging. The temptation to quit or give in to frustration can be strong, but those with a growth mindset are able to keep moving forward. They see failure not as a permanent condition, but as a temporary situation that can be overcome with persistence. Every step forward, no matter how small, brings them closer to their goals. Learning is a key part of developing a growth mindset. Constantly seeking out new knowledge, whether about financial strategies, investing, business skills, or personal development, is a cornerstone of this mindset. Instead of being content with what you already know, you actively seek ways to improve and expand your understanding. The more you learn, the more capable you become of identifying opportunities and navigating challenges. Additionally, a growth mindset allows you to stay adaptable. Life is unpredictable, and the path to wealth building may require frequent course corrections. If something doesn't work, a person with a growth mindset doesn't get stuck in their original plan or feel defeated. They are willing to try new approaches, adjust strategies, and continue experimenting until they find what works. This adaptability is critical when resources are limited and you must make the most of what you have. Lastly, a growth mindset helps you stay resilient. Wealth building is rarely a smooth or linear process. It's easy to get discouraged when results don't come quickly, but resilience is key to long-term success. People with a growth mindset see persistence as one of their most valuable tools. They keep going even when the road is tough, and they believe that their efforts will eventually pay off. This resilience helps you stay on course, even when the process feels daunting. Ultimately, developing a growth mindset in the pursuit of wealth isn't about avoiding failure, but embracing it as part of the journey. It's about staying focused on continuous improvement, understanding that every effort counts, and knowing that your potential is limitless as long as you're willing to put in the work. Mastering financial management is essential when starting from nothing, as it provides the structure and discipline necessary to build wealth over time. At its core, financial management is about understanding where your money is going, making strategic decisions about how to use it, and ensuring that you're setting yourself up for long-term growth and stability. It's not just about managing what you have, but also creating a sustainable system for handling your finances in a way that prioritizes both short-term needs and long-term goals. The first principle of mastering financial management is budgeting. When starting from scratch, it's easy to feel like there's not enough to budget or that it doesn't matter where the money goes because you have so little. But this is a critical mistake. Budgeting is the foundation of financial success. A budget helps you track every dollar, understand your spending habits, and identify areas where you can cut back or reallocate funds. By assigning specific amounts to categories such as needs, housing, food, transportation, wants, entertainment, dining out, and savings investments, you create a clear picture of your financial health. The key is to be disciplined in sticking to the budget, even when it feels like a challenge. Once you've set a budget, the next step is to prioritize savings. Saving money, even in small amounts, is crucial when you're starting from nothing. The habit of saving helps you build financial security and provides a buffer in case of emergencies. The goal is to create an emergency fund that can cover at least 3 to 6 months of living expenses. Having this cushion of savings allows you to navigate unexpected expenses without going into debt, providing peace of mind and financial flexibility. Additionally, regular savings lay the groundwork for future investments that will help you build wealth in the long term. Along with saving, it's important to reduce debt as quickly as possible. Debt, particularly high-interest debt, like credit card balances, can drain your financial resources and hinder your ability to accumulate wealth. If you're starting with existing debt, prioritize paying it off by focusing on the high-interest balances first. This is known as the debt avalanche method. Once high-interest debts are cleared, you can shift focus to other debts, such as student loans or personal loans. It's also crucial to avoid taking on new debt unless it's for something that directly contributes to wealth building, like investing in a business or an asset that appreciates over time. Getting rid of debt frees up more of your income for savings and investments, allowing you to accelerate your wealth building efforts. Another aspect of financial management is understanding how to allocate your money in ways that will grow over time. Once you've developed the discipline of saving and reducing debt, the next step is investing. It's important to start investing as early as possible, even with small amounts, to take advantage of compound interest. Compound interest allows your money to grow exponentially over time, meaning that the earlier you start, the more your money will work for you. For beginners, investing in low-cost, diversified index funds, or ETFs, is a simple and effective way to gain exposure to the market without having to pick individual stocks. These investments spread your risk across many assets, which can provide steady growth over the long term. Additionally, it's essential to understand the concept of risk and reward in financial management. Every investment carries some level of risk, but the potential rewards can also be significant. It's important to assess your personal risk tolerance and invest accordingly. For example, if you're just starting out and have a limited income, you may want to take a more conservative approach with low-risk investments. Over time, as your wealth grows and you become more comfortable with financial management, you can increase your risk exposure to higher return investments. A critical component of financial management is also tracking your progress regularly. It's easy to get discouraged or distracted if you don't see immediate results. By reviewing your finances periodically, whether monthly, quarterly, or annually, you can stay on track with your financial goals. Tracking allows you to adjust your spending, savings, and investments as needed to ensure you're meeting your targets. It also provides an opportunity to celebrate milestones and stay motivated. One often overlooked aspect of financial management is the mindset surrounding money. It's essential to adopt a healthy attitude toward finances, understanding that wealth isn't built overnight. It's easy to become frustrated with slow progress, but wealth is the result of consistent, disciplined management over time. Financial management isn't just about making money, it's about making smart choices with the money you have. It's about living below your means, being strategic with your investments, and continuously seeking ways to improve your financial situation. Ultimately, mastering financial management when starting from nothing is a matter of developing a system that works for you and sticking to it. It requires patience, discipline, and a long-term vision. When you focus on budgeting, saving, reducing debt, investing, and tracking your progress, you create a solid financial foundation that allows you to grow your wealth steadily over time. Financial management may seem overwhelming at first, but with a clear plan and the right mindset, you can turn your financial situation around and set yourself up for lasting wealth and financial independence. Creating multiple income streams is one of the most powerful strategies to build wealth, especially when starting from nothing. Relying on a single source of income like a 9-to-5 job is limiting and can leave you vulnerable if that income stream suddenly dries up. By diversifying your income sources, you can not only increase your earnings, but also create a financial safety net that accelerates your journey to financial independence. The key is to leverage your skills, time, and resources in ways that maximize the potential for income generation. The first step in creating multiple income streams is to identify your strengths and skills. Whether it's writing, design, programming, sales, or even something more niche, recognizing what you're good at can provide opportunities to generate income outside of your main job. Freelancing is one of the most common ways to build an additional income stream. Platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, and Freelancer allow individuals to offer their services to clients worldwide. You could start by offering services in areas you already have expertise in, such as graphic design, content creation, web development, or marketing. Freelancing allows you to work on your own terms, decide how much time you dedicate to your side hustle, and scale your business as you build a portfolio and reputation. The best part is that you can start small with little to no investment, using only the skills you already have and the technology at your disposal. As you gain experience and clientele, your side business can expand into a significant income stream. This flexibility also gives you the opportunity to develop new skills that can open doors to even more income opportunities. Another excellent way to build multiple income streams is through passive income. Unlike active income, where you're trading time for money, passive income allows you to earn money without constantly working for it. Examples of passive income include income from investments, royalties, or rental income. If you have some savings, starting to invest in stocks, bonds, or real estate can generate income with minimal effort. For example, dividend-paying stocks offer periodic payouts to shareholders, and rental properties provide consistent cash flow once tenants are secured. Creating and selling digital products is another method of generating passive income. If you have knowledge in a particular area, you can create ebooks, online courses, or downloadable templates and sell them through platforms like Amazon, Udemy, or Etsy. The upfront effort to create these products may be high, but once they're live, they can continue to generate income with minimal maintenance. Digital products are especially appealing because they often come with low overhead costs, and the internet allows you to reach a global audience. Affiliate marketing is another effective way to earn passive income, particularly if you already have a website, blog, or social media following. Affiliate marketers promote products or services and earn a commission whenever someone makes a purchase through their referral link. The beauty of affiliate marketing is that you don't need to create your own products. You simply need to partner with companies that offer affiliate programs. The key to success in affiliate marketing is building trust with your audience and promoting products or services that are genuinely valuable to them. If you have a knack for teaching or mentoring, online tutoring or coaching can be an excellent additional income stream with platforms like VIP Kid, Teachable, and Coach Me. You can offer lessons, mentorship, or coaching on a wide variety of subjects, from academic subjects like math and science to personal development, fitness, or business. Online tutoring or coaching allows you to monetize your knowledge and experience, and you can set your own schedule. Over time, as your client base grows, you can scale this into a full-time business if you choose. Another avenue for creating multiple income streams is starting your own business. While it requires more initial effort and investment, entrepreneurship offers the potential for exponential income growth. You could start a small service-based business like a cleaning service, a consulting firm, or a digital marketing agency, or even launch an e-commerce store selling physical products. Modern technology has made it easier than ever to set up an online business with relatively low startup costs. Platforms like Shopify, Etsy, or Amazon allow you to sell products to a global audience, and you can even set up automated systems for handling orders and customer service. Additionally, networking and collaborating with others can open doors to joint ventures or partnerships that generate income. For example, if you have a skill that complements someone else's, you could collaborate on a project or business venture that benefits both of you. Partnerships allow you to leverage each other's expertise, resources, and networks, making it easier to scale faster than you could on your own. Joint ventures can be particularly effective in launching new products or services with shared marketing efforts and costs. It's important to note that the process of creating multiple income streams is a gradual one, especially when you're starting from scratch. Each new stream of income requires time, effort, and consistency to build. You don't need to have everything figured out at once. Begin by focusing on one or two income streams that align with your strengths and interests. Then gradually expand as you gain confidence and experience. For instance, if you're already freelancing, you might decide to start investing or create a digital product as your next income stream. Over time, you'll find ways to balance and scale these income streams, creating a diversified portfolio of income that can significantly improve your financial situation. One of the most powerful aspects of multiple income streams is the financial freedom and security it offers. Relying on a single income source can leave you vulnerable in times of economic downturns, layoffs, or unforeseen circumstances. With multiple streams of income, you can cushion the impact of these events, knowing that if one income stream falters, others will continue to support you. Moreover, multiple income streams give you the opportunity to reinvest money into new ventures, accelerating your wealth-building potential. Ultimately, creating multiple income streams isn't just about making more money, it's about building financial independence and long-term security. It requires a mindset that's open to new opportunities, a willingness to learn new skills, and the determination to keep pushing forward. As you develop a diverse range of income sources, you'll find that you're not only increasing your wealth, but also taking control of your financial future in a way that provides more freedom and stability for years to come. Investing early and consistently is one of the most powerful wealth-building strategies, especially when starting from nothing. The earlier you begin, the more time your money has to grow through the magic of compound interest. The key to successful investing isn't necessarily about having a large sum to start with. It's about being disciplined and consistent, regardless of how much you can initially contribute. Starting small and contributing regularly allows you to build a strong foundation for wealth accumulation over time. The first step in investing early is understanding the importance of time. Time is arguably the most significant factor when it comes to building wealth through investments. The earlier you start, the more your money benefits from compound growth. Compound interest works by earning interest on the initial amount of money invested, as well as on the interest that has already been earned. Over time, this interest on interest accelerates the growth of your investments. Even if you start with a small amount, the longer it sits in the market, the more it will compound. For example, investing just $100 a month from age 25 could grow to nearly $200,000 by age 65, assuming an average annual return of 7%, a conservative estimate for long-term stock market returns. On the other hand, if you wait until age 35 to begin investing, you would have to invest about $200 per month to achieve the same outcome by the time you're 65. The difference is dramatic, and it highlights why investing early is so powerful. The more time your money has to grow, the less effort you'll need to put in to achieve substantial wealth. Starting early doesn't mean you need to have significant resources available from the get-go. In fact, one of the best strategies is to start with small, consistent contributions. Many people delay investing because they feel they don't have enough money to make a difference. However, investing small amounts consistently can yield massive results over time. The key is the consistency and the habit of investing a set amount regularly. Even $50 or $100 per month can add up significantly over the long term. Once you've committed to investing early, the next step is to stay consistent. Consistency is essential because the financial markets fluctuate, and there will be times when the market is down. These moments can be discouraging, especially for first-time investors, but they also present a valuable opportunity. By continuing to invest consistently, you're buying more shares when prices are low, which means you're getting more value for the same amount of money. This approach is known as dollar cost averaging. It minimizes the risk of trying to time the market, which is almost impossible to do successfully. For instance, if you invest $100 every month, even during market downturns, you're buying stocks at lower prices, which positions you for potential gains when the market rebounds. Over the long run, dollar cost averaging smooths out the volatility of the market, allowing you to avoid the stress of short-term market fluctuations and build wealth steadily. It's this disciplined, long-term approach that separates successful investors from those who chase short-term gains. Additionally, the types of investments you choose are crucial to your wealth-building journey. While there are many investment vehicles to consider, it's generally a good idea to focus on low-cost, diversified investments such as index funds and exchange-traded funds, ETFs. These funds provide exposure to a broad range of assets such as stocks, bonds, and real estate, which helps reduce risk while still offering the potential for strong returns over time. Index funds, in particular, are a great option for beginner investors. They track the performance of a specific market index, such as the S&P 500, which includes the 500 largest companies in the U.S. By investing in an index fund, you're essentially buying a small piece of each of these companies, providing you with diversification without having to pick individual stocks. Index funds typically have lower fees than actively managed funds, making them an attractive option for long-term investors looking to minimize costs. Another option to consider is dividend-paying stocks. These stocks not only have the potential for price appreciation, but also provide a steady income stream in the form of dividends. Dividends are typically paid quarterly and can be reinvested into more shares of the same stock or used to invest in other assets. Reinvesting dividends is another way to accelerate your wealth building, as it allows you to purchase more shares over time, further increasing your exposure to the market. It's also important to consider tax advantage investment accounts, such as a 401k or an individual retirement account IRA. These accounts allow your investments to grow tax-deferred or even tax-free, which means you won't have to pay taxes on your investment gains until you withdraw them. Contributing to retirement accounts early and consistently ensures that you're not only taking advantage of compound growth, but also minimizing your tax burden. Many employers even offer a 401k match, which is essentially free money, so it's wise to take full advantage of this benefit if available. One common barrier to investing early is the fear of losing money, especially in volatile markets. The reality is that the market will go through ups and downs, and some short-term losses are inevitable. However, investing consistently over the long term significantly reduces the risk of losing money, particularly in broad market indices. The stock market has historically shown a tendency to recover and grow over time, which is why a long-term perspective is crucial. If you try time the market or pull your money out during a downturn, you risk missing out on the market's eventual recovery. Consistency in your investing strategy will provide you with the best opportunity to capture the long-term growth of the market. As you progress in your investing journey, it's important to continue educating yourself about different investment strategies, asset classes, and market trends. Being well informed helps you make better decisions and adapt your investment strategy to changing market conditions. While passive investing in index funds is an excellent approach for most people, there may be opportunities to diversify further by adding real estate, individual stocks, or other assets to your portfolio as your wealth grows. Investing early and consistently isn't just about accumulating money, it's about setting yourself up for long-term financial independence. By committing to this strategy, you're not only allowing your wealth to grow, but you're also building a foundation for a future that's free from financial stress. Starting early and contributing consistently may seem challenging at first, especially if you're starting with limited resources, but over time, the results speak for themselves. Through the power of compound interest and disciplined investing, you'll be well on your way to building lasting wealth. Focusing on personal development and networking is not just about enhancing your skills or meeting new people. It's about creating an environment where growth is not only possible but inevitable. When starting from nothing, your personal growth and connections are key to unlocking opportunities, overcoming challenges, and accelerating the process of wealth building. Your personal development and the network you cultivate are often just as valuable as your financial resources because they give you the tools, knowledge, and relationships needed to achieve success. The first step in focusing on personal development is to commit to lifelong learning. No matter where you are in your journey, there's always something new to learn. Whether it's financial literacy, business strategy, or emotional intelligence, continuous self-improvement allows you to adapt to changing circumstances, seize new opportunities, and stay ahead of the curve. Many successful individuals, whether entrepreneurs, investors, or professionals, make personal growth a priority because it directly impacts their ability to succeed. Investing in knowledge is often the most affordable and high-return investment you can make. Today, resources for learning are abundant and accessible. Books, online courses, podcasts, and webinars allow you to gain new skills and expand your knowledge base, often at little or no cost. If you're trying to learn about investing, for instance, there are countless resources that can teach you everything from basic principles to advanced strategies. If you're interested in entrepreneurship, there are numerous case studies and practical guides that provide insights from people who have successfully built businesses from the ground up. One critical aspect of personal development is emotional intelligence, EQ. EQ refers to the ability to understand and manage your emotions, as well as recognize and influence the emotions of others. In the context of wealth building, EQ is vital because it helps you navigate difficult situations, communicate effectively, and build relationships based on trust and empathy. The ability to stay calm and make thoughtful decisions in moments of stress, for instance, can make all the difference when it comes to making smart investments or handling setbacks in your business or career. Another important area of personal development is goal setting. Setting clear, achievable goals is essential for keeping you on track, particularly when you're starting from scratch. Without a clear roadmap, it's easy to get sidetracked by distractions or lose motivation when things get tough. A good strategy for goal setting is to use the SMART framework. Goals should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, instead of saying, "I want to build wealth," A smart goal would be, I will save $500 a month for the next year and invest it in a diversified index fund. This goal is clear, measurable, and actionable with a specific deadline. Additionally, building self-discipline is another aspect of personal development that can dramatically influence your wealth-building efforts. Wealth accumulation is not an overnight process. It's about making consistent, smart decisions day after day. Whether it's budgeting, saving, or sticking to your investment strategy, self-discipline helps you avoid impulsive spending, remain focused on long-term goals, and overcome the natural temptations that can derail your progress. Developing this trait requires practice, but it is essential for anyone serious about building wealth. While personal development equips you with the tools and mindset needed to succeed, networking connects you to the people and opportunities that can make those skills even more valuable. Networking is about creating genuine, mutually beneficial relationships with people who can help you learn, grow, and advance in your journey. Whether it's finding mentors, collaborating with like-minded individuals, or discovering new business opportunities, networking is essential for unlocking new possibilities. One of the best ways to start networking is by attending events, whether in-person conferences, workshops, or virtual meetups. These events are great places to meet individuals who share similar interests and goals. However, networking isn't just about collecting business cards or LinkedIn connections. It's about building meaningful, long-lasting relationships. Focus on offering value to others before expecting anything in return. This could mean offering advice, sharing resources, or simply showing genuine interest in others' goals and challenges. Building relationships based on trust and respect will pay off in the long run, as people remember your contributions and are more likely to help you when opportunities arise. Mentorship is another powerful way to leverage networking for personal and financial growth. A mentor can offer invaluable guidance, share their experiences, and provide you with insights that save you time, money, and frustration. The best mentors are often individuals who have already walked the path you're on and can give you practical advice based on real-world experience. Don't be afraid to seek out mentors who can help guide you in areas like investing, entrepreneurship, or career development. A mentor-mentee relationship is often built on mutual respect and a shared desire to see both parties succeed. In addition to formal mentorship, peer networks are also essential. Surrounding yourself with people who are also committed to growth, learning, and building wealth can create a supportive environment where everyone can push each other to succeed. Being part of a group of like-minded individuals can provide you with a wealth of knowledge and resources, as well as create accountability for your goals. Whether it's an online community or a local mastermind group, having a support system of peers can keep you motivated and on track. As you continue to grow your network, it's important to be open to new opportunities and collaborations. Often, wealth is not just built through individual effort, but through partnerships, joint ventures, and collaborations. By networking with individuals from diverse backgrounds and industries, you increase your exposure to new ideas and ways of thinking, which can lead to unexpected opportunities. Sometimes the most lucrative business ventures or investment opportunities come through connections that you've made through networking. Networking also provides you with the chance to learn from others' experiences, successes, and mistakes. By engaging with a wide range of people, whether they're experts in your field or just starting their journey, you gain diverse perspectives that can help you make better decisions. For instance, if you're an aspiring entrepreneur, learning from others who have successfully started businesses can provide you with insights on everything from marketing to financing. Similarly, connecting with seasoned investors can help you navigate the complexities of the financial markets. In today's digital age, networking is more accessible than ever. Online platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, and industry-specific forums offer opportunities to connect with professionals and peers globally. Use these platforms to not only showcase your own expertise, but also engage with others. Share valuable content and build a reputation as someone who adds value to the community. However, the key to online networking is authenticity. Don't just send generic connection requests. Take the time to engage with others, ask questions, and share insights that demonstrate your value. In conclusion, focusing on personal development and networking is a multifaceted approach to building wealth that goes beyond just managing money. Personal development ensures that you have the skills, mindset, and discipline necessary for success, while networking opens the door to new opportunities, insights, and collaborations. Together, these two elements are powerful drivers of financial growth, helping you not only achieve your goals, but also sustain long-term wealth. By continuously improving yourself and expanding your network, you increase your chances of success, no matter where you start. Staying ethical and giving back are essential principles in the pursuit of wealth, especially when starting from nothing. While it's tempting to think that financial success requires cutting corners or prioritizing profit over people, maintaining strong ethical standards and a commitment to giving back actually contributes to long-term success and fulfillment. Wealth, at its core, should not just be about accumulating money for its own sake, but about creating positive impact, both for yourself and the world around you. Ethics play a crucial role in personal and financial success. When you choose to act with integrity, you build trust with others, which is invaluable in business and personal relationships. Trust is the foundation of lasting success. Whether you're working with clients, customers, employees, or investors, the reputation you build based on honesty, transparency, and fairness will be your most important asset. Ethical decision-making is about doing the right thing, even when no one is watching, and understanding that shortcuts and dishonesty might yield short-term gains but will ultimately hurt your long-term success. Take, for example, business practices such as paying fair wages, offering high-quality products, and maintaining transparent financial reporting. These may seem like best practices rather than revolutionary ideas, but they go a long way in building customer loyalty and trust. In contrast, cutting corners by offering inferior products or exploiting workers for a higher margin may lead to a temporary profit boost, but the damage to your brand, the potential for legal trouble, and the erosion of trust can severely limit your ability to sustain growth. Moreover, staying ethical means being accountable for your actions and acknowledging mistakes. When setbacks or failures occur, ethical entrepreneurs and investors take responsibility and learn from them rather than shifting blame or avoiding the issue. This integrity not only helps in overcoming challenges, but also builds a stronger sense of self-worth and respect among peers and customers. The impact of maintaining strong ethical standards stretches far beyond personal or business reputation. It creates a ripple effect that influences the people around you, from your team members to your clients to the communities you serve. Ethical behavior is contagious. When you treat people with respect, fairness, and dignity, they are more likely to do the same. This fosters a positive work culture, encourages collaboration, and cultivates goodwill, all of which are necessary for long-term success. Additionally, ethical behavior in wealth building allows you to create businesses or investments that genuinely improve people's lives. When you build products or services that solve real problems or contribute positively to society, you create value that extends beyond mere financial gain. This deeper sense of purpose can make your work more fulfilling and help you maintain motivation during tough times. Instead of focusing solely on profit, you focus on creating a legacy of good that outlasts any business cycle. While ethical wealth building helps you establish a solid foundation for success, giving back takes that success to a whole new level. Philanthropy isn't just about charity, it's about creating meaningful impact in the world. Giving back, whether through time, money, or resources, helps others, contributes to positive societal change, and can be incredibly fulfilling. It is also one of the most effective ways to align your financial success with a greater purpose. For starters, giving back creates a sense of balance. Wealth building, when done with integrity, can often feel like a never-ending pursuit of goals, especially in a culture that prizes accumulation and success. However, when you incorporate giving back into your financial journey, you find a deeper sense of purpose. The act of helping others, whether it's by contributing to a cause, mentoring someone, or supporting community initiatives, shifts the focus from what can I gain to how can I help. One way to start giving back is by identifying causes that resonate with you. It could be education, healthcare, environmental conservation, or any number of issues. When you start giving, even in small amounts or time commitments, you begin to see how wealth can be a tool for positive transformation. Giving doesn't always require financial commitment. You can volunteer your time, share your knowledge, or lend your expertise to organizations and individuals in need. Whether you're donating to a local charity or advising a struggling entrepreneur, These acts of kindness enrich both your life and the lives of others. For entrepreneurs or business owners, incorporating philanthropy into your business model can be incredibly impactful. You don't need to wait until you're financially comfortable to start giving back. In fact, many businesses start giving back from the very beginning, even in small ways. Companies like Patagonia and Ben& Jerry's are great examples of organizations that built their brand on social responsibility. They've demonstrated that it's possible to build a profitable business while also focusing on social and environmental issues. In fact, these values attract loyal customers who share their beliefs, which can, in turn, drive growth. Another form of giving back in business is creating job opportunities, supporting employees' professional development, and ensuring fair wages. A company that prioritizes employee well-being and growth fosters a sense of loyalty and productivity that directly contributes to its success. Businesses that invest in the communities where they operate through charity, local events, or educational initiatives also improve their reputation, strengthen relationships, and ensure sustainable growth over the long term. Giving back, particularly through investments, business practices, or community projects, creates a lasting legacy. It's one thing to build wealth for yourself, but it's entirely another to know that your wealth has contributed to positive societal change. This can range from funding initiatives that support sustainable development to investing in socially responsible businesses. When you focus on making the world a better place through your financial success, you not only create wealth for yourself, but also empower others to achieve their potential. There's also the personal legacy to consider. People will remember how you treated them and the impact you made in your community. This sense of fulfillment often extends to your family, friends, and the next generation. By modeling ethical behavior and philanthropic practices, you pass down values that can influence those who follow in your footsteps. Generations after you will benefit from the ethical choices you made, which will ripple through communities, businesses, and families long after you're gone. Even when you're making investments, you can apply the principles of ethics and giving back. Ethical investing, such as supporting companies that prioritize sustainability, human rights, or social justice, enables you to align your wealth-building efforts with your values. By investing in socially responsible companies or projects that work toward improving society, you ensure that your financial decisions reflect your desire to create a positive impact. This not only leads to potential returns, but it also contributes to shaping the economy and world in a way that supports the greater good. In conclusion, staying ethical and giving back are not just moral choices. They are also strategic principles for long-term success. When you remain ethical in your business practices, your personal integrity strengthens your relationships and builds trust. When you give back, you find deeper meaning in your work and build a legacy of impact that extends far beyond financial wealth. Ethical wealth building is about balancing personal gain with positive contributions to society, ensuring that your success benefits not only you, but the world around you. By combining ethical decision-making with the habit of giving back, you set the foundation for a richer, more meaningful life.